Hey, welcome to
Hey,
the GSD Playbook. We're the team from GSD Coach and Recruiting.
and our mission is simple. We build A player revenue teams fast.
Yep. And each week, we're sharing the proven systems and playbooks we use to help SaaS founders stop guessing and start winning at hiring. I'm Angie Janko.
And I'm Travis Janko. So today's play is tackling the pain that every founder has felt. You hire a new sales rep, they absolutely crush the interview, and 90 days later their pipeline's empty and you have to start over.
Yeah, it's a disaster. And it often happens because the interview was based on a good vibe, not evidence. And that's why we built our own system to help founders fix it.
Exactly, Angie. And this is a system we've helped hundreds of our clients with to find true A plus talent. We call it the GIVE framework. It's a system for finding proof of our four non negotiable traits in an A player. The first is G, it stands for grit. Grit is all about resilience. To test for it, we're going to ask a question like, tell me about the hardest deal you've ever worked on and what you did when it started falling apart.
So, in this question, what would a typical weak answer sound like?
Yep, a weak answer, Angie, as you know, is going to be full of blame and a bunch of generalities. They're going to say something like, oh, my SDRs weren't getting me good leads. The market was tough. Marketing had some problems with the algorithms. My manager wasn't supportive. We all just tried to work harder.
Man, total zero ownership. So, what would you consider a really strong A player answer?
Yeah. So a strong answer is usually a specific story of personal ownership. And we hear this all the time. There's a big difference between the weak and the strong. Something like, I was at the final stages of a major logo, but my champion left the company. I immediately re engaged with a secondary contact. I mapped out a new reporting structure. I built a new business case tailored to the incoming leader's priorities. It pushed the deal back a month, but we got it done.
Oh my God. That is a total world of difference from the weak answer. And one thing I noticed about this stronger answer is that he is using the word I for all of the actions that he took. And to me, that really shows ownership. And that's what you have to be listening for, not just a vague, we tried harder or they. Okay. So after grit, what's the I stand for?
Yeah, Angie, I is for intellect. This is about business problem solving. So we're going to ask a question like, walk me through how you diagnosed and fixed a real pipeline problem you had.
So what's the weak answer for this one?
Yeah. The weak answer focuses only on like brute force effort. They're going to say something like, my pipeline was low, so I worked harder, I made a lot more dials, I sent a lot of emails, and I kept doing it until the numbers went up.
Yeah. So right there, what I'm hearing is they're just treating a symptom. So on the flip side, what does an A player answer sound like?
Yeah, an A player is going to sound totally different. They're going to give you data driven diagnosis and a systematic solution. So they're going to say something like, in Q2, my conversion rate from stage two to stage three was dropping. So I stepped back, I analyzed my deals, and I found the root cause that I wasn't getting to the economic buyer early enough. So I changed my discovery process to include a question about budget authority in the first call, and that boosted my conversion rate by 15% the next quarter.
My gosh, I love this answer because it does have a lot of data and fact. And for me, that's how I know that I have a strategic thinker. So that's good.
Yes.
So what's the V?
V, Angie, is for value creation. So think about this, and you hear me say this all the time. Average reps sell products. A players solve problems. So we're going to test this by asking something like, give me an example of a time you created unexpected value for a customer.
I'm betting the weak answer is just going to be a vague claim, right?
Yes, exactly. They'll probably say something like, I have great relationships with my clients. I'm a real people person. I provide excellent customer service.
It's no proof, no data there. What's the strong answer?
Yeah. And again, just like the other answers, a strong answer is always a very specific story. How about a client mentioned offhand that they were struggling with their user adoption reports? It wasn't related to our product, but I knew another client who had a great template. So I asked for permission, I made the connection, and the client solved their problem within a week. It built huge trust and it led to an upsell 2 months later. 2 months later.
Fantastic answer for sure. And the final pillar of E,
The best and most important pillar, Angie, is execution. This is about their system. And to see if they even have a system, we're going to ask something like, and by the way, you should ask this question in every single interview. Describe your sales process to me from your first contact to a closed deal. Don't just say, tell me your sales process. You literally need to say, describe your sales process to me from first contact to closed deal.
and I can guess the weak answer here. The weak answer is probably, well, it depends.
You got it. Yeah, Angie, you know this. B players are going to say, it depends. Every deal's different. I build rapport, I get a feel for their needs, then I present the solution. I'm really good at reading the room.
In other
Yeah,
words, they're really winging it.
they are winging it, yes.
So, what does an A player say?
Yeah, an A player is going to describe a clear multi-stage process that they own. So something like my process is 5 stages: qualification, discovery, tailored demo, proposal, and close. I have a checklist for discovery and a mutual action plan for every deal in my pipeline. They're going to describe a system that they execute every time. And Angie, this is the thing. You can ask that same question 5 different ways during that same interview, and you're going to get the same answer from A players. They just are process driven. So there you have it: grit, intellect, value creation, and execution. When you have a system to test for these traits, you get to stop guessing.
And you start getting proof. So, if you want a full deep dive on this framework with even more examples of the weak versus strong answers, just swing on by and you can read our complete playbook on our blog on our website. We put a link in the description below.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the GSD Playbook. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content.
All right. Have a good day.
See
Bye.
ya.